Hello, we're going to do Module 5, Lesson 26 today. Our objective is that we're going to decompose whole number fractions greater than 1 using whole number equivalents with various models. So basically we're going to be using number bonds and number lines. We're going to take fractions apart. Okay, first things first. Okay, this is 1/2, okay? So I would like to know, if I have a picture of this, it could look like this. I shade in one region. This would be 1/2. Okay. Now, what if I write how many fourths would 1/2 equal? Can you tell me how many that would be? Well, imagine that I cut this into fourths. How many fourths would that be? It would be 2 fourths. Okay? So what did I do to the numbers? Well, 2 times what would give me 4? It would be 2. So if I multiply this by 2, 1 times 2, I would have 2. So what I did here in my head was I did 2 times, I figured out what I could multiply by 2 to get 4. And then I did the same thing up here. Okay, let's do another one. What if we have 1/3? How many sixths would that be? Well, 3 times what gives me 6? 3 times 2, so if I multiplied this by 2, I would have 1 times 2, that would be 2. So 1/3 is the same as 2/6. Well, let's see. So here's my 1/3 right here. Now let's do it by sixths. Cut that one in half, cut that one in half, cut that one in half. And now I have 6. So how many sixths is 1/3? It is 2. Okay? One more. Let's do, what if I have, actually let's do 2 more. 1/4. How many, right over here now. How many eighths would that be? Well, 4 times what gives you 8? 4 times 2. So let's do 2 up here. 1 times 2 is 2. So 1/4 is the same as 2/8. Now let's do something a little bit different. What if I gave you 1/5 equals 2 something? I want to know how many I would be cutting it into. Well, what did I do to the 1 to get 2? Multiplied it by 2. So multiply this one by 2. I have 5 times 2 is 10. So 1/5 is the same as 2/10. Okay? Okay, now let's do our application problem. Antonio works on his project for 4/3 of an hour. His mom tells him that he must spend another 2/3 hour on it. Draw number bonds and a number line with copies of thirds to show how long Antonio worked altogether. Okay, so number bond. Now, he did 4/3 here and 2/3 here. So how many thirds do I have? Well, I would have 4 plus 2 would be 6 thirds, right? Okay. Well, what's another way of saying 6 thirds? If I had that way, picture this in your brain. It's 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. So what is 6 thirds an equivalent of? It's also the same as 2 wholes, right? Okay, well, 6 divided into 3 is 2. Okay? So, we have 2 up here. Now it says that we are supposed to draw a number line to show this. And we have to show it into thirds. So here's where he starts. We know it's going to go all the way up to 2 hours. That would make this be 1. So now we're going to cut it into thirds. And we label. Okay, so 4/3 is what he already did. So 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 4, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 4/3. That right here, what He's done. And then this part right here is how much time, oops, let's write much, time is left. Okay, so here's the 4/3, here's the 2/3, and that would give me a total of 2 hours. Okay, excellent. Okay, I'm going to draw you 2 number bonds, and I want you to look carefully and tell me if they are equivalent. Okay, in fact, I want you to draw these with me. That's my first number bond. Here's my second number bond. All right, now look closely at them and tell me if they are accurate or if they're equivalent. So let's think about this. 1/2 plus 1/2 would be what? That would be the same as 1 whole. How many fourths do you need to make 1 whole? You need 4 fourths. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we've got it. So this would be the same as a whole. So we know that this is accurate. So we check that. Now let's look over here. What's my total here? 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1 whole. 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1 whole. So I have 1 whole, 2 wholes. This would be the same as 2 wholes. How many fourths would be in 2 wholes? 1/4 or 1 whole is 4 fourths. That would mean 2 would need to be 8 fourths, right? Well, how many fourths do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Not enough fourths. If I was going to make this true, I would need to add another 4 fourths in order to make it right, because 2 is the same as 8 fourths. Okay? Now it's right. Now let's look at another one. I'm going to draw this one, you draw it too, and you tell me if they're equivalent. Six. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's one number bond. Here's my other number bond. Okay, so now let's check them out. Let's see if they're equivalent or if they're even correct. Okay, so how many holes are inside? Well, this would be 1/2 plus 1/2 is a whole. 1/2 plus 1/2 is a whole, so I have a total of 2 in here. And I see that they're cut into fourths. How many fourths do I need to make 2? Well, 1/4 would be 4 fourths, so 4 fourths plus 4 fourths would be 8 fourths, so I need to have 8 fourths. Do I have 8 fourths? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So yes, this is correct. Okay, now let's look over here. I have 1 whole. 1 whole, so that would be 2. I see 4, so I know my brain I'm going to need 8 fourths. Do I have 8 fourths? Oh wait, I have 4 fourths here, and 4 fourths here. Interesting. I think that works, doesn't it? I have 1 whole plus 1 whole, 1 whole plus 1 whole is 2 wholes. Okay, so now let's put it on the number line. Here's my number line. This would be 0. I know I've got 2, so I'm going to start over here, put 1 in the middle. Okay, now let's label this one right here. Okay, so instead of this one, yep, we're going to do this one right here. So we have to cut this into fourths. My half and half. So I have 1 fourth, 2 fourths, 3 fourths, 4 fourths, 5 fourths, 6 fourths, 7 fourths, 8 fourths. Alright, so that shows me this one. Now let's show this one. To show this one, I'm going to take the highlighter and I'm going to show 4 fourths. I'm going to change the color. Find where it lines up. And 4 fourths. This is 4, and then I'm going to write my pencil. 4 fourths, 4 fourths. This shows me this top is this number bond, this bottom is this number bond. Okay? And we showed it using a number bond, we showed it using a number line, and we took them apart. Alright, good luck. I'll see you tomorrow.